Yo, what's going on, Westside? Can you hear me?
I can hear Charles going. What it do?
Mic check, mic check. Oh man, I'm good, man. Gucci, what's going on with you?
It's chilling, man. The other dollar.
There you go, man. Hey, congratulations on hitting that YouTube threshold too. And
Appreciate it, man.
keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. Everything gonna be lovely, man. You got a lot of good content out there.
I will try to push it out there. I got a couple more videos about to drop. I just finished them. About to drop.
That's what's up, man. Hey, you know what? I like the travel content. I like that travel content. I watch you can learn something from everybody. I'm learning stuff from you about Tanzania, the women, the environment, the people. So I appreciate you putting out that content, man.
Appreciate that.
Hey, but if you don't mind, man, I want to talk about something real quick.
Rock out.
I got you, brother. I appreciate you. A lot of y'all don't know that I came on the scene, or I popped up on Westside's channel. I was already monetized when I got on this channel. So when a lot of people were doing quarantine days, me and Westside were traveling. I was actually in Colombia when the quarantine popped off. I was there. I got caught COVID there and stuff. But he's been doing this thing a long time, so have I, man. But I want to mention another brother, man. I don't roast. So when I got on this channel, people were roasting each other. That's not something I do. I never grew up doing. But this brother's roast game is A1. At first, I didn't know what to think of him. I was like, this dude is he's something else. He was talking about subjects and topics that like Indians or black people being here in America. I knew about this stuff because I went to college. So I challenged this brother one day. I said, show your degree and I'll show my degree. He showed his degree. The brother's smart, he's intelligent, he's an entertainer. And he will roast the hell out of you. It's funny the things he be doing, man. And second to none. And the man likes Range Rovers. He owns a couple of them. He fixes them up. A lot of y'all might take him as a joke or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I never met nobody off YouTube. But this person, Yoga, he's welcome to be around me anytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm traveling to a different country, he's game to go. He's good to go. Because I know that we have the same educational background, the same things that are going on in life. We're not going to risk our freedom over dumb stuff. Those are the type of people you do not want to be around. I don't hang around those people in America, and I'm not going to hang around them in a different country. But Yoga's good in my books, man. Like I said, I never met him, but his level of sophistication, the topics that he talks about, and not only that, the roasting. That's what I can't do it 24/7, but it's funny when I see it. I'll put it like that. That's why I'm on this channel, to see travel and then the roasting. But yeah, man, I just want to introduce to y'all, man, Yoga, man. Let this thing cut up real quick on y'all, and we're gonna take it from there. I believe he's out on vacation again right now. I'm not sure, but the brother is definitely entertaining. So I don't know if he started a channel yet, but if he does, hey, he got to subscribe.
I'm about to start the yoga channel, man.
What it do? What it do, Westside?
What's up, Yoga?
Travel Squad still there?
There you go.
Yo, what up, man?
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Yoga Facts document series. And you know, today a lot has happened. A lot of motherfuckers been talking out their grill today. So today it's gonna be a little grill talk. You know, we talking about grills today. A lot of people been talking out of their grill. So now we doing some grill talk. Oh yeah, the team out here with me. Yeah, we out back. Yeah, we in the mouse. Yeah, we out back. Yeah, fellas. Little grill talk. Little grill talk. We out here where we can shoot our guns at. And come out here in the woods, shoot your guns. You feel me?
Hey, yo, was that grill aftermarket?
Yeah, that's the aftermarket right there. That's the
Nice,
aftermarket.
man. Nice. You know I'm a car enthusiast, so
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's the aftermarket grill right there. Couple people don't like, you know, they got upset. Now I offered them some money to come up on the panel and or whatnot. But we're doing grill talk today because a lot of people been talking out of their grills. You know, they've been talking out of their grills. And just to say, this is a Land Rover, and they make these Land Rovers. Where Travel Squad, they make them over in London and Tottenham. And Big J is from over in London. And so it's a lot of cats been having that grill talk. But Big J will tell you, a lot of them are just lavender. They're just lavender, you know, just like Big J says. They're lavender. They have a whole lot of grill talk. You know, they have a whole lot of big grill talk. But really, they're lavender. You see, they have a lot. They have big grill talk. They talk that big grill shit. But in reality, they're lavender. You see?
I'll tell you what, man, that was one of the funniest things I've seen when Big J was like, the minute I met the brother, I thought he was lavender. I was like, what?
Lavender. So since we know he watching. Yeah, you lavender. Yeah, you lavender. But you got big grill talk. You got big grill talk. Big grill, but you're lavender.
So Yoga, what new on the street, man?
Hey, hold on, let me put a disclaimer out first. It doesn't matter what your sexual preference is or anything like that. If you like men, you like men. If you like women, that's cool too. Or if you like a little bit of both, it doesn't matter to me. That's not important. People are free to do what they want to do. But go ahead, Yoga.
So I'm just showing them some of my space, you know. Sometimes I like to stretch out, you know, like I said, and move around. So you see my Nikes, you know, I like to stretch it out, you know, kick it like that. You know, I got a little space. You know what I'm saying?
We got Twitter in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. We got Travel Squad in the building. We got Yoga in the building.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say one thing too, man. This is the most famous YouTuber that don't actually got a YouTube channel. That's what's
exactly
funny about this
Yoga. The most famous YouTuber in this black travel expat space without a YouTuber. So I don't want to hear your corny cats trying to steal my stuff. Yeah, I got YouTube presence. And it makes some people mad. It make their voice go high. Oh man, I don't like what do you let Yoga on your page again? You feel me? But again, like I said, I got some space. I'm just walking the yard right now, getting ready. You feel me? Get ready so you know what I'm saying? I might have to cut a tree down, chop a tree down, something like that.
So did y'all hear the interview? I heard I was listening today. I heard the interview. Last night I heard the interview with old boy.
The guy he announced that he was that he's LGBT. He's a gay man. He announced that today on the show. And he started saying all kind of crazy stuff or whatnot. Somebody he got threatened, but that was all lies. Nobody threatened him. Now he's all scared and stuff. It's just very strange or whatever. And I want to show the grill again because there's just a lot of big grill talk out here. There's a lot of big grill talk, and then we're about to get into the show and get on topic for today. Get on topic for today. Yeah, it is clean in there. It is supreme clean. Look at them seats. They new. Did he get them redone? Did he redo them himself? Is he into things like that? Come and see me. For all you guys that want the vintage Range Rovers, you want the vintage Defenders. Hold on, let me get on there. For all you guys that want the vintage Range Rovers, Range Rover vintage Land Rovers, Defenders in the 90 series, first generation, second generation, third generation, you talking to the master Range Rover mechanic. Come see me. I can slash it for half of the market price. We do the overland packages, do the whole nine. Full motor rebuilds, new motor rebuilds with the old school bodies. Next coming, I'm gonna be able to do it electric, but the electric motors are not as good as they say. You only get a couple miles when you're pulling some on them. So that's what's going on. You know, authentic, really in it. It's not on me, it's in me. And you see what's going on. Just a big grill talk. Shout outs to Big J over in London, Tottenham. I'm gonna come over. He gonna take me to the Range Rover factory over there. You know, I'm gonna get me a Range Rover with the driving steering wheel on the right side instead of the left side. So Big J, that's what Big J from Escapes, Big J's Escape to the Dominican Republic on YouTube. That's what he gonna hook me up with. Y'all see what's up.
So you gonna ship it back to America?
Yeah, I'm gonna yep, put it on the boat. I'm gonna get it to Canada first. Because you can't bring them straight to the U.S. when they got the drive the steering wheel on the other side directly from London. So I'm gonna get it sent to Canada first, over there, Toronto or something like that, to British Columbia, then drive that thing over the border. You know, come down through Washington State or Oregon, or if it's Toronto side, come down through Detroit or New York.
So
come back down there.
So what kind of oil you put in that motherfucker?
Oh, synthetic.
So how much oil change running?
Well, I do my own oil changes, but it's 9 quarts that go in that motor. That's a BMW motor in there. Okay. It's 9 quarts of the synthetic.
Hey, I hope you're using fully synthetic, man, and use a high mileage Mobil 1 and get the Mobil 1 filter. I'm pretty sure you're doing that, but Mobil 1 is the way to rock, man.
Oh yeah, that's how we rocking out. So today's show, let me get back on. Today's show, I want to talk today about our veterans, our military veterans, and a lot of our let me let y'all know, it's me, yeah, and a lot of our military veterans come through the recruitment process. And from a demographic standpoint, it's more of the middle class and lower class part of the population that goes to the military. You don't see a lot of the higher upper echelon families or earners in the U.S. Their kids don't go to the military, and that's no shot at who in the military, who not at the military. These are just the facts. And they heavily do recruiting in the black schools and in low income areas around the country. We know that that's one of the big viable options that they push to us as young black men in high school here in the U.S. That military piece, you know, or whatnot.
Hey, Yoga, if you don't mind, can I say my part on that real quick?
Yeah, you could chime in because you are a veteran of how many years from the United States Air Force?
That's correct. I'm an Air Force veteran, and this is what it is. The high school that I went to was mostly white. The Army recruiters, they were not allowed at our school. They were not allowed at our school because
so they're saying at the white school they only want the Air Force to come there.
Yeah, well, Air Force and was limited. They didn't really want the military presence on our school because a lot of people told their kids don't join the military. So, like back in the 60s and 70s, they used to be able to get away with back when it was when they were involuntary recruiting people. If you went to college or something like that, or you were in a college, you didn't have to go to the military. So these are the same parents that bought houses and everything and own nice real estate, and they weren't allowed at our school. Period. So they went to lower. They went to a different demographic where they were allowed to recruit there. And a lot of those guys, they're trying to get out their situations and everything, financial situations. I didn't have that problem. I didn't have financial situations. My college was already paid for by my parents. My dad is is a retired Army. So I went to the Air Force because I wanted to join. But it's different for a lot of people. But go ahead, man. I mean, you got presidents that skip the military. They use their college privilege because their parents told them not to join. You shouldn't join. But that's what makes our military the best in the world. It's volunteers. Oh, go ahead, Yoga.
And so that's what goes on in the U.S. for our international travelers, for our veterans out there. They know this. So we know who's targeted heavily to join the United States military. And with that being the case, a lot of our veterans, when they go off to the military their first 4 years, a lot of times they're the workhorse for the family. They're the top earner for the family if they're coming from a single mama situation and they have younger sisters and brothers. So they go in a situation they first in their family to kind of leave and do something that's on the progressive tip to try to be successful in life and to build something. So a lot of these brothers, these young veterans, when they go in, hold on just a second, I got a call. Hold on just a sec. Take over Trap for just a sec.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that too. The military it's a blue collar profession. It's blue collared. I mean, you're going to do a lot of work. I just think it's a shame now the way that recruitment has gone down because people won't join. Now this is not like the 80s and 90s and 2000s where people actually wanted to go or they were going because they had no other choice. I went and it was a couple other people that I met. The Air Force was awesome, man. It was like I thought I was an all-star in my own right. You know what I'm saying? All the sports, all the competitions that I won, my jock background. I met people of all aspects of life. They were on the same level as me, and I was like, all right, this is awesome. It's like I don't know what they do in the Army or whatever, but I'm sure the Army's the same way. But some of these guys that join and they use it as a last ditch effort, they don't last. They're not gonna last.
And that's what we're getting into about the show tonight. The caliber of veteran, a person that's recruited in the military, and what does that do to that type of person? It takes the type of person, it breaks them or it puts them on a higher level in life. That's what we see from military. Either it brings that man up to higher levels, he evolves to a higher level of manhood, or actually break them. And we see that a lot on the down in the cities. We see our veterans have been broken up by war, been a war theater, been broken up by other different things. We actually see that. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. And what does this look like? What does this look like when you go into the military and you're not able to grow from a beginner intermediate stage into a professional soldier, and what those repercussions look like 5 years after you release from the military, 10 years after you release from the military, and what does that say? Because our society is set up to get us ready to go into these careers and jobs, and that's how the economy works. And if you cannot assimilate and conform and also adapt to the military training, what does that do to a veteran, to a young man going in 18, 19, when he's not able to do that, and they equate that to manhood? And then let's say he's like someone that's trying to make the NFL team. We see it in NFL in the HBO series and the summer camps every year when they do outside the lines and all that. And you see the guys that go in there, work hard and all that, and they don't make the cut, and the team have to release them in training camp, and there's no paycheck for them. They might have kids and a family. And like, we never take a look at when young men are devastated like that, and they're not able to handle not being able to make the cut. And that's what today's shows is about. Yoga back in the DR, but it's about how are young men going to the military and how it affects them when they're not able to make the cut. Not able to make the cut. Let's talk about it. And I want my veterans to be listening in, my veterans, military, United States military veterans that listen to this show on the replay. That's what the topic is today with Yoga. All young men that are going to the military and they're not able to make the cut and adapt. How they're affected from that type of rejection. Are they able to rebound? Let's take a look at some real life case studies that we have of veterans in those situations. And we're going to talk today, fellas. We're going to talk. Travel, West Side, y'all there?
We just listening.
Yep.
You there, Travel?
Yeah,
Now,
man. To speak on what you're talking about, I've never met a veteran that without an honorable discharge. All the people that live around me, I own houses. The military will set you up real nice.
yeah.
If you do your job and you do what you're supposed to do, you're a good soldier. You're a good troop. If you're not, they can actually destroy your life. And these are the people that you see sometimes that are homeless. They got mental issues. They got things that are bugging at them because a lot of time in life you only get 3 pats on the back. You graduate high school, you walk the stage, you get a pat on your back. Another way to go is if you go to college, you get to walk that stage. People are going to appreciate you. You get a pat on your back. You get your master's degree, you get a pat on the back. Another way is the military. You go through basic, people are there to celebrate you. You get a pat on your back. But if you screw up and the government gives you certain discharge codes, that affects your life for the rest of your life. You cannot hide that. Mm-hmm. Anytime you apply for a job, it says, are you a veteran? When you apply for healthcare.
Yeah, sure did. All the acts if you're a veteran. All of that.
When you apply for a driver's license.
So they go back and search your veteran jacket. They see what was going on when you were a veteran also. I mean, when you were active duty.
Correct. And or reserve too. Yeah, it affects your life. And certain discharge codes and RE codes, it's like they know that you messed up. And so it's pretty much
any of our veterans out there that you feel rejected, that you did make the cut in the military, and you were relieved of your duties before the mission, and you didn't get the right type of discharge that you needed, and it does affect your life. I want to say to all the veterans that's in that space that happened to you in your life, it's not over. You can overcome that failure. You can overcome that type of rejection. Now, here's one option. If the United States military and everything in the United States system is going to show your behavior and your conduct and things like that while you're in the military, that background always show, it can be smart for that individual, that young man, to lead a country where he might be able to, or he or she, that veteran, he or she might be able to gain employment, and then that United States veteran record doesn't come up. Or does that follow you, Travel Squad, as a veteran all over the world? Or can they go to another country where that doesn't come up if they apply for a job there in that system?
No, it's not going to follow you. And the only reason why is because basically people with that type of background or whatever, or who didn't get a fair shake at the government, they're not even going to say that there was a veteran. They're going to leave that alone, because once you say you're a veteran, that's when they have the ability to run your background. You have to have permission as an employer to run a veteran's background. And it's up to the veteran to show them their DD-214. So in order to skip all that, a lot of people that are messed up, they don't even use their military background. They don't tell nobody.
Okay.
So they're lying to themselves. And let me throw this out there for the other veterans that are listening. I believe it's after 180 days, you do have the ability to upgrade your discharge status. after 180 days. But what you cannot do is upgrade your characterization of discharge. That's not happening. Y'all dig what I'm saying? You can change your discharge. Like you can go from bad conduct to other than honorable, or other than honorable to general, general to under honorable conditions. But you cannot change your characterization. That's not going to happen. That will still follow you.
Good insight. Good insight. Good insight. Now, sometimes veterans can feel like the government is just a big bully, and it's too much for them. You feel me? Have you seen cases where veterans got rejected? Men got rejected from the military, and the situation was a bit too much for them psychologically, and it kind of, they weren't able to maintain in other areas of their life.
Absolutely, and that's a big thing that's going on right now. I mean, right now, it's probably something like 20-something soldiers every single day, or veterans, kill themselves. They can't handle the stress. So this is why I don't like to pick on other veterans at all. But veterans can be bullies to other veterans. It happens a lot. That's why when some veterans around, people who didn't do good in the military or whatever, they don't talk about it. Because once another veteran knows your background, they're going to look at you like you're a piece of shit. If they know. Like I said, I've never met a man who never had an honorable discharge. And if I did, I probably wouldn't be around him, because we're on different educational levels. We're on different economic levels. We're on different employment levels. We have nothing in common, so there's no reason to talk to them. Besides the fact that they served, and I thank them for their service.
Thank you. Now I do want to point something out. I want to acknowledge the chat. Thank you everybody for coming in for another documentary episode, docu-series of the Yoga Facts. We're talking today about veterans, when young men are rejected from the military, how this affects their lives, and emotionally, economically, physically, psychologically. And we're going to get some real feedback from U.S. veterans. We're going to be opening up the chat, dropping a link in just a second. And I want to give a shout out in the chat, read a couple chats from A Boy to a Man. He says, my old neighbor, a white Muslim, blew up in Iraq, drug addict after the war, which also results into drinking, drugs, and mental breakdowns. Okay, from A Boy to a Man. And Royal Loyal 75 says, #facts travel. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Royal is Loyal, man. Shout out to Royal is Loyal. Like I said, I'm not here to joke, because this is a serious topic for me. And I see people online all day. They're going through problems. There's help out there. They just don't want to get the help. Like somebody in the comments read, God bless that man's soul, man. He got blew up. He's probably seen some stuff that an average American will never see. If you've actually been to war, or you've been in theater in a country, it's not used to hearing gunshots every day. It's not used to hearing mortars being dropped around you every day. Seeing people die, killed, injured. That's what the average American does not ever see. And that's why I don't joke about issues like this. So
now I see that a lot of our veterans, especially if they had negative adverse effects from the military, or being rejected from the military, and like you gave an example with that paperwork and the military background follow them like any other background, like a criminal background. Veterans, that affects them. We know that affects them psychologically, from mental breakdowns, like the person just pointed out in the chat, and psychological problems, but also affects them physically, from the drinking, the drugs, cigarettes, and we see how that plays an effect on some of our veterans, and our young veterans at that. So I do want to speak on that. When you say a lot of veterans commit suicide, Travel Squad, but I would say I see a lot of veterans, and based off of how they felt in their experiences in the military, if they feel negative towards the military and towards the government, they might have holding on to that anger and that rejection from being departed from the military in that manner, that psychological stress, a disappointment from that failure, it carry over and translate into a slow suicide, where we see guys eat themselves to death. They don't care about their health. They gain weight out of nowhere. They go from slim and they gain weight very fast. That's dangerous. Then we see the slow suicide of the not taking care of their health, the smoking, the drinking, the drugs, and then we see how it affects their personality or whatnot. And so you pointed out that the numbers of guys, veterans that are committing the suicide, but I know those numbers are greater in the veterans that's committing slow suicide. What do you think, Travis Card?
Yeah, man, it's sad. Like we call that, or I call that the walking dead. It's like they just checked out on life and they just gave up. See, when you're in the military, it doesn't matter what branch you was in. It's a program. You're taught to do certain things every day. You get up, you do your PT. Even when it's not a PTD, even when it's not a PT day, you still go out and do your PT. So most veterans that took the program correctly, gained the knowledge that they were supposed to attain from the military, you don't see them fat and out of shape and stuff, because they took something they taught and transferred it into their daily life. That's their daily life. It's a lot of the guys that never really wanted to be in there that destroy themselves. They destroy themselves. Every man should do exercise. They got programs out there, man.
Exactly.
They got programs out there to help
should be exercising. Go ahead. I didn't mean to stop you.
No, I was just saying, as you get older, it's it's common to pick up weight, but we got to exercise. That's part of taking care of your body.
Yeah.
There's no reason why a veteran that's been trained, and I don't want to sound like a hard ass, but there's no reason why you should be out there looking like a melted action figure. You've been taught what to do. And when people refuse to do it, you know what I'm saying? Besides if it might be a medical condition too. A lot of people get out, and some of the pills that were prescribed in the military right now, it's coming to light that it might cause hypertension or it might cause thyroid problems. Those people can't control it, but that percentage is small. The average person that's looking like a melted action figure, they're doing something wrong in life.
Now, depression and deep levels of depression can bring on a weight gain like that. We see that in females over a 6 or 8 month period, they can gain almost 100 pounds. We see that. So I see that as deep levels of depression when I see that in my brothers, veterans, or just anyone, but specifically veterans, because I know the type of things or the stress, that they have to go through. And if that stress breaks you and you can't compete and you have to stop, or even if the stress, you're able to take on that stress and then go to the next level and to the next phase of the military, it affects them.
Absolutely. And, some of these guys that did not get the discharge they want or got painted in a bad light by the military, they deal with depression. So, it's a real thing, but there's help out there for people. The services are out there. Get yourself some help, man. Get yourself some help. It's not the end of the world.
Now, I always thought that the government was just so fearful of the veterans, because when in a history of the country of the United States of America, after every war, it's been advancement for the foundational Black Americans, the people, the children and grandchildren and great grandchildren of the slaves that worked in American slave labor and American field plantations. After every war, our conditions got better because of the Black men, the Black foundational Black Americans that fought in those wars. And then after that war, they're veterans, and they looked and said, hey, we can't take lower conditions. We just fought to make this the way it is now. And so after every war, our conditions improve here in America as foundational Black Americans. After the Civil War, then we were freed out of chattel slavery, out of the chain slavery, off the plantations, and all of the Black soldiers from the Black Yankees, the Northern soldiers, the soldiers that fought for the North, the Union, all of them were the held and maintained the peace and stopped the white folks from just keep trying to hang people and all this right after slavery and the Reconstruction period after 1865, all the way up in 5 to 10 years after that. So those are the Black soldiers that was maintaining those federal laws that we wasn't, in chains and all that at the time. So the condition got better. Then so after every war, World War I, World War II, the Black soldiers came back after that and said, oh no, it's not going to be doing this and we're not going to be doing that. And then that's when we saw the laws change and the government change things after every war. Once those soldiers got back, and specifically those Black soldiers, then we see a lot of the race riots after World War I, World War II. A lot of that was started where you had these white mobs going around America doing stuff like Tulsa, Oklahoma, and things like that. And when the Black soldiers got back, the vets, we can't be over here learning what to do, blowing up stuff and master warriors over here in the bush. And that's when a lot of those riots and things came out. Those are the Black veterans leading those things. Often that's why they brought in the military, because those little police forces that they had all across the South when they were really rock with the Black brothers. So we hold our Black our veterans, and especially our Black American veterans of the United States military, in high regard, because after every war, when they came back, our situation here over there in the United States of America got better, and so that also changed the society of the United States also. So salute to all the veterans or whatnot. And
Ed, I want to add to that real quick. Even when you're overseas right now, you know what I'm saying, or even when you travel overseas, it's one thing to be a Black, but then to attach yourself to the military or say, yeah, I'm a veteran, this and that, people look at you in high regard. They thank you for your service. That's why I get so pissed off when I see these shit soldiers and bum veterans acting an ass online or in another country. That's disrespectful, bro. You shitting on everything. But it doesn't matter, because they might think the government gave them a bad shake, but it's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I've never met a veteran that was not honorable. I don't be around people like that.
Westside, do you have any family members that are veterans, been in the army, military, anything like that? Westside, you there? Westside might be handling the kids right now. But I'm gonna get to the chat real quick, and we're gonna get into some other stuff. Royal Lawyer 75 says, yoga, you've never served, so how can you relate to a veteran's plight? Well, my father served, my brother, my nephew, my little cousin, other cousin, and then I got cousin in now. So and from a boy to man says, military and prison are guinea pigs for the health system. Royal Lawyer 75 says social engineered. Yep. Royal Lawyer 75 says physical, mental, and spiritual structure is a social discipline. Okay. I'm feeling that.
Hey, facts, Royal. Hey, facts.
Yeah, Royal Lawyer says theater is a lot different than domestic service. Yeah, when you go over and you're in a war theater, that's different from serving domestically. You feel me? And Royal Law, also you're a veteran and Travel, you're a veteran. We got veterans just listening. What happens when a soldier, new recruit, new soldier is not able to adapt, is not keeping up with what's going on? Do they leave from domestic duty? Will they send that soldier over to the wartime in a hot area, or do they send those type of soldiers and keep them on kind of domestic duty where they're not in live action?
Hold on, from my experience, no. You getting your ass on that plane, and you gonna go out there and be a soldier and do like everybody else is doing.
Even if you can't adapt.
They don't care. You are a number. That's it. You're gonna do your damn job. Now, guess what? If you can't do your job, you're not gonna be holding a rifle, but you're still gonna have your ass out there with everybody else. That's it.
Oh, so they'll have like, let's say somebody go to Iraq, they have been a disciplinary problem or something like that as a grown man already, and then you go into wartime, they won't get that person alive. They won't get an M16 a rifle. They might make them like dig sandbags or something and help in that way, help clear out roads or something, or go and look for mines in the field or something.
They're not sending them home. They're going to be told to maintain your bearing and your discipline.
Or there'll be a cook or something. They may end up making them a cook.
They're gonna make them do their damn job. That's what they're gonna make them do. You will do your job. That's now. Let me just say this. I've seen people out there go through mental breakdowns, and you know what? I've seen them the same next day, the same day after that, 6 months later. There ain't no way.
They still go back to war. They still go back, put a gun back in the hand.
RTD, return to duty. That's it. So they don't give a damn about your situation. You're gonna do what you was trained to do.
You have to do something severe to not get returned back to duty and get released.
Yeah, you have to do something, or you've had a number of Article 15s, and then they'll chapter your ass out. But before that happens, you would do your job like everybody else is told to
do. Okay. Westside, are you back?
I'm just listening to y'all, yo.
I asked you a question earlier. Do you have any family members that are veterans that are in the military currently serving?
Shit. Hell no, not really. I think one of my cousins, he was in, I don't know the hell he was in, bro. I don't know nothing about the yoga. That's why I'm just listening to y'all.
Maybe if your kids might want to join the military, what's gonna be your standpoint as a father?
Shit, right now I don't think it's bad.
Why?
They get free education. Shit, I ain't really read the people that I don't talked about the military shit. Goddamn, it's not bad. So shit.
So it's rare to hear somebody that had a bad experience and they talking bad about the government or about the military. Most guys say the military helped them see the whole world.
Yeah, true that. That's why I say military shit. You gotta look at shit like the dope game. You gonna have bad people, you're gonna have good people. Shit, military, you're gonna have bad people, you're gonna have good people. Shit, they want to choose the military. Hey, salute to you. You want to choose the dope game? Salute to you. Hey.
Hold on, TMZ. Hold on, Westside.
What's up?
As a father, you saying if your kids want to choose the streets, you saying salute to that.
Now I'm just explaining to you, like, nah, hell nah, my kids, they goddamn going to college, bro. I'm just saying I don't know shit about no military, bro. So I mute the mic. You talk some street shit, I might know some shit. That's why I've been quiet. You know, y'all rock out, bro. If y'all talk about some more shit, I can join the panel. I'm listening, just like the chat listening, brother. You know what I mean?
Okay, you know the chat love to hear you talk. They love it. They love when I ask you questions because I have a certain way to get you to talk. You usually don't talk, so that's why they love it.
They shit, you know, I don't want, you know, you got some military folk listening, bro. That shit gonna make them mad. I don't want to make them mad. Cause I ain't got that. I don't know nothing about the military, so I can't even talk about it.
Now I'm looking at the chat. Royal Lawyer 75 says not being able to conform with your military training or discipline will have you either sitting in the rear, meaning domestic grounds, or chaptered out. So some of our brothers have been chaptered out of the military. That's coming from a military vet. That's what they call it on the Travel Squad. Chaptered out.
Yeah, you get chaptered out. Or here's another one. They send your ass to Alaska. They send you to a duty. Hold on. They send you to a duty. Hold on. They send you to a duty station that nobody else wants to accept. They might send you to
Hawaii. I would say send me to Hawaii, not Alaska.
If you're a bad troop, they're gonna send your ass somewhere where nobody wants to go. You might go to in the Air Force. The people who were mess ups in the Air Force, they were sending them to the Minot, South Dakota. Who wants to be a Minot? It's the person that gets that assignment is the one that's fucked up. They don't get the good assignments. It's called a wish sheet or dream list. You get to pick certain locations. If you're a bad troop, they're gonna send you someplace where nobody else wants to go. Guess what? You just got that ticket.
TMZ, let's drop the chat. We got a couple veterans in the chat, and I think they got some things to say to give us a little bit of insight on this experience. They're veterans, and that's what we're talking about tonight. The effects of that the military has on the brothers, good and bad. And we know a lot of brothers commit suicide, but we see a lot of brothers that is committing slow suicide. And we want to talk and have a candid conversation tonight, Friday night, Yoga Facts. Go ahead, TMZ, drop the link in the chat. Let a couple of our veterans come on up, and because we're having a candid conversation. Are you there, West Side? West Side, drop the link in the chat, West Side.
I got you. I'm trying to make me something to eat.
And I want to give a shout out to all my other veterans that are out there, man. I'm not speaking. I can't speak. I'm only speaking on behalf of myself. That's it. In my experience, I don't know everything, but I know from my experiences, and I appreciate all my other veterans. And I'm gonna say this one more time: most people that go to the military get honorable discharges.
Okay.
If you don't do that, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something happened in your career.
Now, in the chat, LJ says, military is one of the best moves I ever made. I'm still receiving great benefits still today and for my family. That's what's up, LJ. Thank you for your service, brother.
Hey, if I remember correctly, I'm not reading the chat, Yoga, but LJ was also a Air Force veteran. Appreciate your service, brother.
Some of y'all
I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people from TMZ's channel, just from reading the comments and the chats, and there's a lot of good people over here, man. And like I said, a lot of y'all are veterans, so y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. I bet you LJ got
he's in the Army.
He's in the Army. Okay, I'm pretty sure he got an honorable discharge. All I'm saying is that I've never met a guy with an other than honorable either. And I think
to me, Travel Squad, and I'm being honest, and tell me other vets, what y'all think? If you're gonna go into the military and right there, your life could be in danger. Why are you gonna go in there and not be on point with everything you need to do, everything you need to learn, all the directions you need to follow, and have camaraderie and teamwork? Because the next man gonna be covering your weak side. Well, it makes no sense to me. It's not smart to sign a contract with the government that they can use your life any way they want to, and you're going to be put into war anytime they want you to go, and you not be prepared, and you not be on point for all of that. It's like being a paratrooper and not learning the part to pack your parachute. Like you playing around when it's time to learn how to pack your parachute. That don't make sense to me. Tell me, am I off?
No, it doesn't make sense, but that also goes back to a lot of people use the military because of their economic situations.
Yeah, they got no job. To the military like other guys. Mama sent them to college to be on the football team to go to NFL. They like go to the military now, get that little signing bonus, and send that check home every week.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's different for each person, but I just think that these people that couldn't conform and couldn't adapt, and it's either their parents told them to go in the military or they didn't really want to do it. That's it.
I have to be honest with y'all. When I think of black men in the United States military, it makes me think of Alabama. It made me think of Tuskegee, Alabama, and the Tuskegee Airmen. They went over there and whipped Hitler. The Germans couldn't handle Hitler. The French couldn't handle Hitler. The English, the British, the Polish, all of them, Denmark, none of them. He got the Arab scared. He got China scared. and brothers from Alabama in the 1930s and 40s. They went over there and whooped them boys. And them boys, Hitler had them guys over there with the latest technology. They had Mercedes-Benz in the air. That's what the airplane and all. They had Mercedes-Benz airplanes. Hitler them had. And these black men from Tuskegee, Alabama, veterans of the United States Air Force, went over there and shut Hitler them down like the motherfucking dream team, like Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Shaq, David Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, they ass. So when I think of great American veterans, man, I think of Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama, and the Tuskegee Airmen, the baddest pilots ever in the history of any motherfuckers flying. So all y'all motherfuckers out there flying drones with your YouTube, you ain't flew nothing harder. They were Allen Iverson in the sky. They had moves like Jordan in the sky. They had moves on the field like Barry Sanders in the sky. The Tuskegee Airmen were the Deion Sanders, the prime time of the defense of all airmen out of the goddamn world. Japan, China, they was doing shit that these motherfuckers ain't seen, performing acrobatic feats and shoot motherfuckers down. So when I think about the veterans, I got passionate right there. When I think about the veterans, I think about Alabama. I think about the Black Tuskegee Airmen. And that's why we're having this talk today, this real talk with Yogi Yoga. Because when I think of United States veterans, that's what I think of. And that's the only thing I want to think of, that standard, that level, that commitment, that type of sacrifice.
Hey, man, you always have me laughing for a second.
Hold on, while these white folks and these immigrants coming over here, this was before they allowed immigrations. This was World War I, World War II. Yeah. See, that's what comes to my mind when I think of Black United States veterans. I think about the Tuskegee Airmen. And so I'm so appalled. I am disrespected because they're the reason why I'm able to make moves and have some of the liberties that I have now. Because you couldn't come back and say certain things as the Tuskegee Airmen and knock Hitler off. And then things changed for Black people in the U.S. But go ahead, Tribal Squad.
Hey, I wasn't reading the comments, so my apologies.
I'll read the comment. Mr. Darkest says that Mr. Darkest, the Navigator, says facts, Yoga. And a lot of U.S. Black military servicemen went to Ethiopia to help fight off the Italians. Yes, Mussolini done was down there, and they sent brothers over there from all the hoods in America. They rounded up the brothers and sent them over there to Ethiopia. So all y'all Ethiopians, all up in New York and Atlanta and L.A. with your long curly straight hair and throwing your nose up and talking about the lazy Carters and all that. Yeah, when Mussolini was over there on y'all ass, they didn't send them white boys. They sent a whole lot of niggas from Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, Florida, Texas, California, New York, Oklahoma, Detroit, Chicago, Illinois, Kentucky, St. Louis, Philadelphia, Boston. They sent niggas from all of them hoods. All our granddaddies, our great granddaddies. Yeah. We the ones now that's 40 and 30 years old. That was our great granddaddies that we know about. Everybody in their families, we still got the flags in somebody's house. Good point out, Mr. Darkest, the Navigator in the chat. And LJ says the Marines just got their first 4-star Black general. Exactly, LJ. LJ 2014 says aim high. Exactly.
No, you know what? Hold on. That's the dude. That was in the Air Force. Like I said, I've met a lot of y'all. I've seen y'all be in the comments and stuff. And I mean, I watch what y'all say. I've been on West Side Channel for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Watching. And that's the LJ I was talking about right there. Aim high, brother. Appreciate your service.
So that's what I think about, fellas. And to all our veterans out there, when I think about Memorial Day, any of the vets, when that veteran comes to my mind, I think about all the Black Tuskegee Airmen from Alabama, United States of America, knocking Hitler off. And see, they do all these war stories about Hitler. You can go all on National Geographic. You can go all over and they tell you how Hitler was so great. He was so this. He was a mastermind of this. But they don't tell you about this group of young black men from Alabama went over there and knocked his ass off. And they don't talk about them great. They make all this stuff about Hitler, and every year a new movie coming out on Hitler again and all of that. And y'all notice they don't talk about who went over there and knocked Hitler off. It's like Steph Curry them had the best record in the NBA season. They go all the way to the championship, and then they get knocked off by LeBron. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, just like the Patriots go undefeated that whole year, then in the Super Bowl get knocked off by a black quarterback, Russell Wilson, and lose. But the whole story is about how the Patriots went undefeated. So they do the whole story about how Hitler was just undefeated against all the other little white countries over there. But then it just took a small little group of black young men from Alabama to go knock off Hitler, who got all the big bad folks scared and the Queen scared and Buckingham Palace. They all over there in London and the big London River, all that shit. They talk. London is the financial capital of the world and all that. And every time I hear that dumb shit, what I think, well, a little group of black men from Alabama got in their airplanes and went over there and saved all that shit. So when y'all talking about London is the financial capital and all that, you goddamn give props to the little Tuskegee Airmen. Yeah, when y'all go over there talking about, yeah, Tokyo is the financial capital of this and Tokyo is this. No, because the black Tuskegee Airmen from Alabama went and saved Hitler from taking over all that shit and burning down all that shit. So when the Queen of England, they show all that shit every day on the TV about the Queen of England. Now y'all look at that bitch and think about the Tuskegee Airmen. When anything they talk to you talking about coming great out of Europe, you go over there and say, well, the Tuskegee Airmen saved the whole goddamn continent of Europe. And who else can say that they saved the whole motherfucking continent of Europe? Yeah, Yoga talking the motherfucking facts today. Who else in the world can say that they saved the whole continent of Europe? All the fucking rich motherfuckers in London and France and all that. I see y'all on vacation when I'm in Dominican Republic, and that's why I kick my motherfucking nose up the way I do. Because I know you wouldn't have none of that shit where Hitler would have had his way. And who stopped Hitler? Some little niggas from Alabama, United States, from a city called Tuskegee. Got a black college called Tuskegee University. When it knocked Hitler ass off and saved all you crackers. Saved all you motherfucking Ukraine. Real talk.
I need to add something.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to, hold on. That wasn't supposed to happen either.
They didn't know that they thought they was gonna get knocked off. They sent them over there so Hitler could kill them.
It was a racist experiment. You know, it was an experiment.
And they beat Hitler and saved the whole foundational black American Tuskegee Airmen, saved the whole continent of Europe. So I want to hear shit. Y'all talking about and I love him, the African boy, the African brother, man, he is a grown man, a grown beast. Play for the Milwaukee Bucks. What's his name? Akumpanto. What they call him? Somebody help me out. Help me out. Travel Squad, the chat. What's the guy's name?
Oh, you talking about the Greek Freak?
The Greek Freak. So I hear the Africans talk about. Yeah, I hear the Africans talk about. Yeah, the Greek Freak. He's from Africa, but he was raised in Greece, and now he's taking over the NBA. Motherfuckers, the whole Europe, Greece, Hitler knocked all that shit down. Hitler, Greece, Rome, Italy, Hitler went all through all of them. So what y'all talking about? None of that shit wouldn't exist in World War I, World War II. Hitler would have had his way. They sent a group of small, young black Foundation of American pilots, the top of the top, mathematical, angle, geometry. They Allen Iverson of the air. They sent them over there thinking that they was gonna get knocked off. They went over there damn near flawless. Like a Mortal Kombat, flawless, finish him and finish Hitler. So all you Africans and Jamaicans and Trinidadians and Ghanaians that speak English, go from the Caribbean over to England, over to the countries in Europe. The Tuskegee Airmen, some foundation of black Americans, stopped Hitler, and it's documented. And the white folks just don't talk about it. So anything coming great out of Europe is there. Because the Tuskegee Airmen went over there and stopped Hitler damn near on a flawless mission, sent undermanned. They went undermanned. The Tuskegee Airmen was the United States military first real undercover hit team. See? They was the first real this black ops shit that y'all doing now, all y'all gamers doing now. The Tuskegee Airmen was the real first black ops for the United States that hit Hitler. Yeah, they don't make no games about that though. See, there's not no video games on that. So all the white boys out there in Silicon Valley and San Francisco, Google, Facebook, and all the shit we on right now. Yeah, y'all don't document that. Y'all making not making no games on that. So hint to the brothers that are gamers and all that. Yeah, y'all make the greatest game, the greatest war game. How Foundation Black American, the Tuskegee Airmen knocked off Hitler and stopped them from assassinating all the little small countries and all that shit they say big in Europe and say the whole continent. A black man from America say the whole motherfucking continent. Facts. Yoga, facts. Shout out to all the veterans. I love you.
Hey, let me add something to that. What they did was not supposed to happen. And I mean, they got movies out there about it. Tuskegee Airmen was one of them, and the other one was Red Tails. That's a dope movie. And I wanted to comment on what Royal is Loyal said. Royal is Loyal is correct because a lot of immigrants did serve. A lot of people from different countries served to help aid the U.S. in the war. So Royal is Loyal is correct.
Yeah, we talk. Yes, we acknowledge that. I'm talking about the Tuskegee Airmen, all them boys from Alabama, them FBA boys, homegrown, and that's why they had them in that little pop. And then what they did was shot them all up with syphilis and stuff. That's at the same time the Tuskegee Airmen experiment was going on. So what they did was all the brothers that signed up to go knock off Hitler, then they shot them up with syphilis too. Sad, and they over here trust the government. How could we? How could we? You shoot us up with STDs and then we sit us on the plane on a dummy mission and die and they come out flawless. Go ahead, Travel Squad.
No, all I got to say about that is the military is great for people and it's done a lot of good things. A lot of people have advanced their lives in the military. I wasn't supposed to go in the military. My parents, my mom got pissed off. Both my parents are college graduates. My mom got pissed off that I wanted to join the military. She said, no, you're going to go to college. My dad said, make your own choice. I didn't feel like college because the level of education I had, man, it was mind-boggling. It gave me a headache. They weren't playing. They were preparing us to go to college. And I said, I don't feel like studying right now. Little did I know the minute I went to the Air Force, all it was studying. We studied all goddamn day. It's one job to the next job. To get to the next rank, you're studying. You got to study your job. If I would have known what I knew before I joined, I would have just went to college and got it out the way. Thank God I still graduated college, but it's not what I thought. It turned out to be one of the best things in my life. Salute to all y'all the veterans, man. I got to run, man, but I'll holler at y'all. Hey, Westside, I appreciate you having me here. Yoga, I appreciate you.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna say tap in and thumbs up, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. But yeah, I see Royal Lawyer in the chat. Royal Lawyer, that's true. I don't have to be in the military. That was even before I was born and know what happened with how the Tuskegee Airmen knocked off Hitler. That should have been in military history. They should have had that. And that's what I want to ask. Do they have that in the military? They have y'all to go over the war history and stuff like that, where y'all can see how we won the war, how we beat Hitler, well, how the world beat Hitler. But look, some young brothers from Alabama did it. Yeah, we own it tonight. West Side.
Yeah.
What you think, man? Have you ever looked at it in that way? About the Tuskegee Airmen? Or did you know that?
Shit, I heard them, but shit.
You knew that's how the war stopped. They knocked off Hitler. That's how it all ended. That's who saved Europe. You know that, huh?
I heard of it. I ain't really.
Yeah, see, that's what they do. They the Tuskegee Airmen, the Tuskegee Airmen. They don't tell you why they famous. That's why they famous. They knocked Hitler off and ended the war.
Warrior Lawyer in the building. Warrior Hill.
In the building. Oh, he hit the link, y'all. Veterans hit the link. We talking tonight. Grown man talking tonight. We grown man talk tonight.
People out there don't want to talk about that shit.
You say what?
Okay. No veteran ain't gonna hit the link because they feel like they don't talk about this shit. Look, his name is Freedom Song.
Who?
Freedom Song. He said he gonna goddamn.
No, don't even repeat none of that. That's why we stayed away from that. We saw that.
Oh. I'm staying away from that.
Yeah. I think he come from the other sector of YouTube, and we found out they're they alphabet. So we that's why we don't respond to them. They coming over from there. You feel me? We travel the world, and that's what we do.
Help stay that shit in here.
Hold a second.
Roy, you got a question for you.
What'd he say?
It's on screen. I'm making something to eat.
He says, talk about the domestic war African Americans dealt with here in America. Oh yes, definitely. Which one? Because it's been a continual war on us since the Europeans hit the coast, start coming up from Dominican Republic and hitting the coast, the east coast of the U.S. It's been a continuous war. They established the first 13 colonies, and they was going and attacking the black tribes, and who they captured, boom, came into slavery. They started making each state as they make it all the way to the west coast of California, or the war, the domestic war after Reconstruction. They just started hanging and bombing all the black cities and towns that was built after slavery by all the black people from 1866 up until like 1920. And they just went and mauled the whole fucking towns and burnt down all the towns and shit like that. That's what Lake Lanier is on, one of those type of towns. That's why folks drown up there, white folks dying up there every day in the summertime, because it was one of them towns that black folks built out the Civil War, and the Civil War ended here in Atlanta, and all of that, and they designed and made everybody. They got to vacate the town and all that, and ran the dam through there on purpose and all that. So, which one you saying specifically, Royal Lawyer? Look in the chat, see what he's talking about. I can't right now. I'm trying to see what he's saying specifically. Whichever one you can evaluate on. Oh, okay. Well, I'll touch on a little all of them. Well, we could talk about the domestic war that the government has waged on the foundation of Black Americans, just all the Black immigrants here in the United States, even coming from with the FBI and CIA and the COINTELPRO situation. When they following Dr. King, they following the Panthers, Malcolm X, Nation of Islam, Stokely Carmichael, any of the pastors down south back in the day at big churches in Chicago, any of the people that stood up from the police was just beating our ass. Y'all think police shooting bad now? Hangings and all that was going on. So anybody that stood up and spoke back in those times, the FBI was on them doing setup stuff, doing the type of stuff we see now. They was writing a letter. The FBI wrote letters and sent letters to Dr. Martin Luther King, and it made it seem like it came from Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X, and causing beef, and then sent Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, and Elijah Muhammad letters like it was coming from Dr. King, but it was the damn FBI. They did the same shit with the Panthers, and they was trying to make street gangs beef with the Panthers, and like all kind of little crazy shit like that people don't realize what's going on, and with the social media also, you know, different things like damn near the same type shit or whatnot. See, chat say Royal Lord says talk about the King Alfred plan, and Travis Squad said I think Royal Lord is referring to Vietnam. Our soldiers fought and then they come home and had it worse. Yeah. Yeah, when the soldiers came home from Vietnam, they weren't allowed to wear their uniforms. I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah. So, tonight we just been talking a little bit about the veteran situation, who our veterans are, where our veterans at, how they're affected, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. And what's the standard for our veterans? And the standard for our veterans is the Tuskegee Airmen. Standard for our Black veterans is the Tuskegee Airmen. And when we think about U.S. veterans, we think about Tuskegee Airmen out of Alabama. And that's the standard that we want to have for all our Black veterans. So this message goes out to all the veterans. So that's what Yoga we point out tonight. Giving shots out. And we want to see everybody prosper, all the veterans prosper, have a good life, live good in your retirement. Shout out to all the active veterans now. And that's where we at. We want to see you live in paradise. And we want to see you have paradise in your personal life. Have peaceful paradise. Have peace with your mind. Have strength in your heart. Have strength in your body. Vitality. Go to paradise and live it up. Don't go to paradise and take yourself down. Go to paradise and let that paradise heal your depression, brothers. Let that paradise, that beautiful environment enrich your life. Let those beautiful skies and beaches and palm trees, let them free you of any doubts. Let them free you of any anger. Let that free you of any stress. And anytime you down yourself, we here. Because like I said, Tuskegee Airmen led the way. Veterans have led the way. We love you. We want to see you grow. We want to see you continue. This is Yoga. The legendary visionary. I came down to bless. We're anointing his head with the oil. I'm out.